What to consider? To completely detach your thoughts from illness, it's essential to focus on establishing a positive connection with health. This involves adopting a mindset of acceptance rather than one of resistance. Instead of rejecting or denying the presence of disease, aim to embrace and embody health. Simply denying the existence of illness yields minimal results. It's ineffective to expel negativity only to leave your mind unoccupied, as it will inevitably invite worse thoughts back in. To cultivate a continuous and profound mental connection with health, you must let go of any ties to illness. Thus, the first step in embracing the principles of well-being is to foster a thorough mental engagement with health. The most effective approach is to create a mental visualization of yourself in a state of good health, envisioning a strong and vibrant body. Dedicate ample time to reflect on this image so that it becomes your consistent self-perception. It's not as simple as it seems. It requires a significant amount of time for reflection, and not everyone possesses the ability to vividly imagine themselves in an ideal or perfect form. It's much simpler to create a mental image of the things we desire, as we have either seen those objects or their equivalents and are familiar with their appearance, allowing us to easily visualize them from memory. However, since we have never witnessed ourselves in a flawless body, it's challenging to create a clear mental representation of that. While having a clear mental image of your ideal self is not required, it is crucial to develop a concept of perfect health and connect with it. This understanding of health is not a specific mental image. Rather, it encompasses the idea of optimal functioning in every organ and part of the body. Imagine yourself as having the perfect physique. This visualization will be beneficial. It's essential to envision yourself acting like an entirely strong and healthy individual. Picture yourself walking confidently down the street with an upright posture and a lively stride. Imagine performing your daily tasks with ease and boundless energy, feeling neither tired nor weak. Visualize how someone full of health and vitality would accomplish various activities, placing yourself as the main character in this scenario, doing everything in that manner. Avoid focusing on how frail or unhealthy individuals operate. Instead, concentrate on the actions of those who are strong. Dedicate your free time to contemplating the strong way until you develop a clear understanding of it. Always associate yourself with this strong way of doing things. This concept embodies what I refer to as having a conception of health. To achieve optimal functioning in every aspect, a person does not need to study anatomy or physiology to create a mental image of each individual organ and focus on it. There is no need to treat the liver, kidneys, stomach, or heart separately. Instead, there is a single principle of health within a person that governs all involuntary functions of life. By cultivating the thought of perfect health and directing it toward this principle, every organ and part will be positively influenced. The liver is not governed by a separate liver principle, nor is the stomach overseen by a digestive principle. Rather, the principle of health is unified. The less you delve into the intricate study of physiology, the better off you are. Our understanding of this field is far from complete and can lead to flawed reasoning. This flawed reasoning results in inadequate functioning, which manifests as disease. For instance, until recently, it was believed that humans could survive without food for a maximum of 10 days, and it was thought that only in rare cases could a person endure a longer fast. This idea became widely accepted, leading many to believe that anyone deprived of food would perish within 5 to 10 days. Consequently, numerous individuals did die within that time frame after shipwrecks, accidents, or famines. However, the remarkable feats of Dr. Tanner, who fasted for 40 days, alongside the writings of Dr. Dewey and other advocates of fasting, along with countless experiments carried out by people who fasted for periods ranging from 40 to 60 days, have revealed that humans can survive without food for much longer than previously believed. A properly educated individual can fast for 20 to 40 days with minimal weight loss and often without any noticeable decline in strength. Those who succumbed to starvation within 10 days or so did so because they were convinced that death was unavoidable. A flawed understanding of physiology had imparted a false belief about their own capabilities. When deprived of food, an individual may die in 10 to 50 days depending on their beliefs regarding the situation. In other words, their thoughts significantly influence their experience. This illustrates how an incorrect understanding of physiology can lead to detrimental consequences. A true science of well-being cannot be established based on the current understanding of physiology, as it lacks sufficient accuracy. Despite its claims, our knowledge of the body's internal mechanisms and processes is quite limited. We do not fully understand how food is digested or what role, if any, it plays in generating energy. The specific functions of the liver, spleen, and pancreas remain unclear, along with the contributions of their secretions to the chemistry of assimilation. In many aspects, we can only speculate, rather than truly understand. When individuals begin to explore physiology, they are confronted with theories and debates, which can lead to erroneous beliefs about themselves. These misconceptions can result in unhealthy thoughts, which in turn may cause dysfunctional functioning and illness. Even the most advanced knowledge of physiology could only help individuals cultivate thoughts of perfect health and engage in optimal habits of eating, drinking, breathing, and sleeping. As we will demonstrate, this can be achieved without needing to study physiology at all. This principle generally applies to all aspects of hygiene. There are key fundamental ideas that we need to understand, which will be elaborated on in later chapters. However, apart from these ideas, it is best to disregard physiology and hygiene. Focusing on these can clutter your mind with thoughts of inadequacy, which can ultimately manifest as negative conditions in your own body. It's impossible to engage with any science that acknowledges disease if your thoughts are solely centered on health. Instead, eliminate any inquiries about your current state, its causes, or potential outcomes, and dedicate yourself to developing a vision of health. Contemplate the concept of health and the possibilities it brings. Envision the work you can accomplish and the joys you can experience when in optimal health. Let this vision serve as your compass in self-perception. Reject any thoughts about yourself that do not align with this ideal. When the thought of illness or bodily dysfunction arises, immediately counter it by focusing on a thought that aligns with the ideal of health. Always envision yourself as embodying this ideal. See yourself as a robust and completely healthy individual and refuse to entertain any opposing thoughts. Understand that as you perceive yourself in alignment with this ideal, the original substance that flows through and fills your body's tissues begins to take shape in accordance with those thoughts. Recognize that this intelligent substance, or mind stuff, facilitates functions in such a way that your body can regenerate itself with completely healthy cells. This intelligent substance, which is the essence of all creation, permeates everything, including your body. It operates in response to your thoughts. Therefore, if you maintain thoughts of perfect health, it will encourage the processes of optimal functioning within you. Maintain a steadfast focus on the idea of perfect health regarding yourself. Refuse to entertain any contrary thoughts. Embrace this belief with absolute faith, acknowledging it as a reality, a truth. This truth applies specifically to your mental body. You possess both a mind body and a physical body. The mind body manifests according to your self-perception, and any thought you consistently nurture will eventually be reflected in the transformation of your physical body into that image. Embedding the concept of optimal functioning within the mind body will inevitably lead to perfect functioning in the physical body over time. The process of transforming the physical body into the ideal envisioned by the mind body doesn't happen instantly. We cannot change our physical bodies at will like Jesus did. In the formation and reformation of physical forms, substance follows the predetermined paths of growth it has set. The influence of health-oriented thoughts gradually leads to the construction of a healthy body, cell by cell. By maintaining thoughts focused on perfect health, we will eventually achieve optimal functioning, which will, in time, yield a perfectly healthy body. It might be helpful to summarize this chapter as follows. Our physical body is infused with an intelligent substance that creates a mental fabric. This mental fabric governs the operations of your physical body. When a thought of illness or dysfunction is impressed upon this mental fabric, it can lead to illness or impaired functionality in the physical body. If you are unwell, it may be due to negative thoughts that have left impressions on this mental fabric. These thoughts might originate from you or even from your parents. We enter life with numerous subconscious impressions, both positive and negative. However, the innate inclination of the mind is towards health, and if only thoughts of well-being occupy the conscious mind, all bodily functions will operate in an entirely healthy manner. The natural strength within you is enough to transcend all inherited influences. By mastering your thoughts to focus solely on health and by engaging in the essential activities of life in a completely healthy manner, you can undoubtedly achieve wellness.